James provides a wide variety of scheduling options for your jobs, allowing you to easily control exactly when and under what conditions your JAMS jobs will execute. Beyond the traditional date-time-based scheduling options, JAMS allows you to set more advanced scheduling options as well as dependencies and conditions to allow or prevent the execution of a job. All job options are set on the Schedules tab within the job definition. Upon job creation, there is no scheduling mechanism set by default. To set a schedule, click on the Schedule tab, and then click the plus icon at the top of the screen, select Run this job, and then select On a Schedule from the list. JAMS uses natural date language for all scheduling options, allowing you to easily enter in the date frequency you would like your job to run. You can enter phrases such as Friday, to have the job run every Friday, weekday, to have it run only on weekdays, or something like first Monday of month, to have it run on, as it sounds, the first Monday of each month. If you attempt to enter an invalid date string, you will receive an error when you attempt to leave the cell. You can also string together as many of these date values as you need in a comma-separated list to allow for multiple scheduling conditions to exist for the job. Be sure to also fill in the desired time and time zone for your job. JAMS also gives you the ability to enter in exceptions for days you do not want a job to execute. Exceptions can be entered the same way as the schedules using natural date language and can also be combined in a comma-separated list. JAMS also provides the ability to create custom calendars where you can select any number of days to be used for scheduling or exceptions. These could be something like a calendar of company holidays, or perhaps scheduled maintenance windows that could be hard to create using just the natural date language. If desired, you can also create multiple schedule conditions on the same job by simply repeating the previous steps. This may be useful for being able to quickly go in and enable or disable a certain schedule on a job without having to fully remove it from the list of dates. In addition to the traditional date and time-based scheduling, you have a number of other scheduling options available to you. These include after another job. This provides you the ability to execute a job after another job completes successfully or after another job fails. On an interval. This option is used to run a job repeatedly on a set interval, such as every 30 minutes. On a file. This is used to trigger a job execution based on the status of a file in a monitored folder. You can choose to trigger based on a file being present, available, or absent from the folder. On a variable. Similar to the file trigger, this is used to monitor or compare a variable and trigger a job execution based on the result of that check or comparison. On an email. Again, similar to the file trigger, but this is used to monitor an email inbox and trigger a job based on a certain email being present. Based on a recurrence. This option is similar to on an interval, but allows you to specify both a delay between job executions and a desired end time to cease recurrences. In addition to the scheduling options we discussed, you can also set various job dependencies, which are conditions that must be satisfied before the job is allowed to execute on its schedules. These options include on a job, allows you to check for a previous job completion to determine its status. This can either be to check for success or any other severity level, such as warning or fatal errors, that must be met before this job is allowed to execute. Job-specific date. This option is similar to the previous, except that it allows you to check for a job run from a previous date, rather than just the last job execution. Pre-check job. This specifies that another job must be completed prior to this job being allowed to execute. File, variable, and resource. These are all similar in that we are checking for any of these items to match the value we have chosen before this job is allowed to run. This could be that a file must be present in a folder, a variable must be equal to a certain value, or a select amount of a JAMS resource must be available before this job can run. The last option is time window, and this allows you to set an execution time window for the job, specify the hours of the day it is allowed to run in, as well as the action to take if it runs outside of those hours. Any and all of these scheduling and dependency options we just reviewed can be combined in the job schedule to precisely control your job executions. As you can see, JAMS provides you with numerous ways to schedule and run your jobs, giving you the flexibility and control so your jobs run exactly how you need them to.